It's day one. Well, I guess after night one.
Day 2.
Yeah, no way this is recording. I don't even know how to explain this, but Caleb's snore is pretty loud. And it rained. And I'm just trying to figure out if this is all real life.
Six strangers must return to the wilderness, paddling the old trade routes of their ancestors in northern Ontario. Surviving for 25 days with no modern technology. Learning the old ways from the elders. To reconnect to their past and find what truly matters. The adventurers will remain one more day at Twin Lakes Camp, hoping to get their canoes water ready for tomorrow's paddle. Their first night in the wild has left the adventurers wet and cold. Cramped together under their improvised canoe shelter, they quickly got to know one another.
Well, at least we have a fire going. Here, does anybody else want to talk about how the night was? Everybody else is good? Am I the only one who complains?
Brandon probably slept the most. Like, based on the snore count.
Yeah.
But I was able to keep track because I didn't sleep.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I felt as though I did not get that great a sleep, but apparently my snoring would indicate otherwise, you know.
Poor Brendan was sleeping in like the bottom part, so it's like the wettest part. Like, oh, we're bad for him.
The rest of us, though, me and Ebony, just sat outside majority of the night and watched the fire and talked. So it wasn't bad. Caleb joined us for a little bit, but then he went back to bed.
I don't know where my feet were in the middle of the night, but apparently they were exposed to the rain, so I got my feet soaked.
We had a pretty miserable night. It was pretty wet and cold and didn't get much sleep.
It was rough. Didn't realize my lower half was exposed to the elements. My upper half was quite warm. Oh no, it wasn't too bad. I'm just happy there's not a big bump from when I lift my head and smacked it on the teepee.
I think I slept for an hour last night.
You know, at least we had all these experiences, though, because at least now we're gonna know how to set things up properly. We used our like spruce bristle things, and they were like wet, so it made everything colder, and it rained, so it was just uncomfortable.
There was just embers, so I got it roaring again because I knew if there's a big fire, you could get warm.
In terms of how we start a next fire, carrying pockets full of tinder would be good.
Yeah, dry.
I'm just following Ebony's lead here.
We can just start cutting wood as soon as we get to our new campsite, which would be smart.
Yeah, and start making a fire right away. And then Brendan had the idea of getting a mushroom.
These mushrooms, fungal growth on trees, they're really good at holding heat. You know, they can hold an ember for a long time. All it takes is a little blowing, some tinder, and you get it started up again. So it's a portable lighter.
So we'll need to get that mushroom and
Travel with it?
travel with it.
Yeah.
If we want to bring him on canoe, it's been advised to us we should stick him in wet birch bark. That's why they call me a fun guy.
Well, someone's just gotta like keep care of it because you have to keep blowing on it.
We could make a little canoe and just trail it behind the big one. We got the park.
With only one more day at Twin Lakes to ready their canoes for the first big paddle, working together will be essential to their survival.
We put pitch on them yesterday, homemade pitch that we had learned how to do from the elders. So we're gonna actually see if it works and see if our boats are sealed, put them in the water, and because we don't want any water in our boats, we don't want our stuff getting wet.
But I'm super excited because I love canoeing, and these birch bark canoes are really fun to do. It definitely takes a lot more skill set.
Today we're going out in the canoe, and that's going to be a fun experience. See if our pitch job worked well enough and if we can work well as a teams of two. I'm used to kayaking myself, where it's all you know. And we got to do the knees too, not to mention, you know, when I've ever done canoe, it's always sitting in a comfortable position. Have to adjust my comfort abilities, I suppose.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be quite wet because I don't know how good our patch jobs are.
So a couple of things I'm concerned with right now as we, go to set our canoes in the water for the first time. Obviously, is taking on water. So we did our first patch job yesterday, which, I'm pretty confident in, but there's still a little bit of mystery until we put the boats in the water. And then, of course, tipping.
I'm kind of nervous to put our canoes in the water. It's pretty wet. It's seems to be coming off, so I think we're definitely going to take on some water.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a pretty confident canoeer. I'm with Ebony, who's maybe less confident, or maybe a little bit more nervous about it, but I'm trying to calm her nerves and, you know, reassure that we'll be good to go and that we're not tipping at all.
Like I said, I'm the least experienced one, so definitely don't want to be the one that tips the boat.
Properly patching canoes was imperative to traders. Without this skill, travel to new sources of game to provide food and trade materials would have been impossible. If the adventurers fail at patching their canoes, they could find themselves stuck in an area offering no sustainable resources.
It's filling up really fast. Like I can see it gushing in. It's not a good leak.
So we can wear patch it then is.
At least I know where it is.
You guys look badass.
You guys look pretty badass yourselves.
We can wear patch it then.
We're really scared. It's a very tippy boat.
That's good.
I think we got the swing of it.
Yeah.
We didn't tip.
Yeah.
That's all I have to do is breathe. Easy.
We got a lot of water in there. We gotta patch it up. I think it's coming from the back because up here it's just completely dry. But it could be also from,
I saw some come from right
Yeah.
under you, but
could be from there too as well.
probably under me too. You know, it's probably pressure we're applying, maybe making just a minute crack.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out.
With their canoes needing more work, the adventurers must also consider all of the roles required for a successful camp. While testing their canoes, the adventurers had neglected to keep their fires stoked. Without it, they will have no way to cook, make pitch for their canoes, or stay warm. In the wild, it is one of the most basic but essential keys to survival. Awaiting them at camp is Elder Charlie Baxter.
Tensei.
Umaga bisa yan, umagidit yan. Giwab ma, umayayig, iskuteg yato. When I came here today, I noticed that the fire was out. And so we're gonna learn how to make fire again.
Well, I hope so.
We hope so, right? Okay. Hey, good day. Now, good day, Tash. Asa, iskute, kabut women. When I got stone, kabut wing, where's Scotch, we got to check out the man, kabut wing on you. A sin, yeah, but chagging even. And I had to scare ka bango atig, I got to go. Aí xingo buina tig we sinagon. Aí ayuege awati sin ka gyab sigatig. We chibuto nanyong we to shaw nung mawin with the yun jimagan. We skacho we wasaga yawapan. In our area, in the North community, North community, kind of chuma siniasi. There's no Flint nearby on my the scheming. Ahí siya, we got the man. No, it is sin gagi amutaman. No, it is bishagan yab. Garbage storming. Tabiskane siowete.
A popular and reliable method of fire starting, flint rock is struck against ferrous metal to create sparks that fly onto a nest, often made of moss, twigs, bark, and fibers of clothing or rope. Hot embers are then gently blown until a flame appears.
So this here I have in my hand is the flint, the rock. And you're going to strike it. You're going to strike it like that and break a piece of this, start a fire. So that's what we'll do.
All right, wish me luck, guys.
Good luck.
If no one got it and we had no fire, we would all be really cold. I was already feeling pretty cold by that point.
Super strike.
You can move around to get warmer, but eventually when you're not eating much, you run out of energy, so you really need to just sit down and rest beside a fire.
It's gotta be like a solid strike.
Says the guy who didn't do that.
Hey, I was getting sparks. I was getting sparks. They just weren't catching. They were just falling right on. Oh, I did nick my thumb, I guess, in a couple places. There's 3 little dots right there.
How was I holding this one before?
Yeah, when we tried to start the fire with the flint, there was pressure, but it was evened out among all of us, right? We all share it because we all share the fire, so.
Felt like way more confident when I went out and tried to start it. But I noticed, like, for my skill set and like just, you know, my little hands, it's definitely not, you know, really safe for me to be doing anything fast where my fingers are. I'm really not trying to cut myself. I already had.
Oh my God, that is such a bad burn. Oh, look at that.
It's 3rd degree.
Does that hurt? Of course not.
No.
So what I want you to do is just keep that on her and find some cordage or whichever. But when you put the moss on it, always this on the cut, right?
That's kind of made it a little bit harder to do things too because it does hurt. Okay, I'm done.
I didn't expect anyone to really get it, to be honest, just because like everyone had had a turn, everyone had had a run through, and like only a couple of sparks had come from either one of them. Oh, I see them.
Oh, there we go.
Make it rain.
Been like spanking that metal with the rock.
I kind of thought Caleb would be the first one just because of how many like sparks he was creating. I don't even think I got any sparks at all from mine.
Want to try again?
Yeah, go for it.
Give it a try.
Try the axe too.
I'm gonna try this. This has been proven over the centuries. Not recent centuries.
Yeah, apparently not today.
It's really frustrating to have nothing happening when you're striking it and there's no spark.
I really didn't think it was gonna get it.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Woo! As if! Woo! All right, Tim, now you're the designated fire starter, all right? That's you.
Every morning.
Tim eventually got the fire going and that was really amazing.
When it lit up in his hand, and like, there was a huge flame in his hand. He had to put it down super fast.
Oh yeah, I was excited. That was because it was kind of starting to get really smoky, and I wasn't sure if it was eventually going to catch, and all of a sudden, boom, it just lit on fire and just kind of startled me, and I was able to, you know, start the fire for the team, and that was really cool, and you know, I had the big smile on my face, so.
The look on his face, he was so happy. I was like, oh man, I want to do that too. Like, it looks really fun. Maybe it's worth, you know, scraping your fingers up a little bit.
So it was a lot more rewarding, like just sitting by the fire that you knew that you lit with literally one little spark.
I don't know if it was just a one-off, but yeah, we'll try again, and we'll have to try again. So I think we'll all become pretty proficient over the next few weeks of building fires.
Amigo, hecho este lente now. Eu vou aqui o estudo aqui, aí escute, que o CT, he uses it. Tim, I'd like to thank you very much on your success in doing the fire. You know, it's for your keeping, for your warmth. Amigo.
Miigwech for the teaching.
That way.
After their first night surrounded by the wild, the adventurers are hopeful something they heard could also become food.
That beaver was like right there, eh?
Right there. If I'd been in my skivvies, I would have tried it.
What if you should bring your spear on the canoe?
Maybe. Well, I think we burned it, though.
Oh yeah.
We've been hearing them splashing around and getting close to camp, even chewing up some of the logs not too far off from camps.
We kept hearing splashing in the water from fish, but then we kind of heard like a different noise, and it was more or less like a slap. Someone slapped the water really loud.
It seemed to be moving, like it started out a little further, and then it ended up making its way really close. It sounded like it was just down there right by our camp. And then I guess this morning when people were walking around collecting wood, they came across these wood chips and saw, I guess, that it was a beaver. So there's definitely a beaver that seemed to join us at camp.
Charlie, before you go, I just wanted to ask you if you could help us set this beaver trap that we found.
Earlier that morning, while searching for firewood, Michela turned up an unusual find, a beaver trap. She now hoped Elder Charlie could help her set the rusty trap to catch one of the beaver the group had heard in the area.
Okay.
Well, the first time I lit it, the flame went over the edge and caught it on fire, which they had warned us about, but
Oh.
okay. It was just too hot. The flame just reached over and lit it up.
Salvage it. Salvage it.
How?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Scrape it off.
And start again.
First attempt at making pitch, we let a little open flame touch the lid and started a grease fire. Had called a wash. I suppose blowing on it would do anything.
This is a beaver trail right here. We're gonna try to set a trap.
With a single beaver able to feed the entire group, a catch could give them food for days.
What else do you need? Is a peg that can cut you something?
Oh, just dry stuff. Dry twigs.
Meanwhile, the others begin repatching their canoes, applying the teachings they had received.
And that's a lot to try and replace too, because we'll have to be collecting. We're losing daylight. We'll get it done by tomorrow.
That's a lot though. A lot of, for what we were making yesterday.
And we'll have to dry this if we put anything over it either.
A great source of fat and protein, beaver pelts could also provide added clothing and supplies.
Yes, I engineered a pitch-perfect portable pallet. Patent pending. And it seems to work. It saves you from burnt fingers, which is nice. Once the pitch is all heated and ready, you scrape it off the surface and into something, and then you would use it like just a paintbrush and dab it on. And it's useful if you lick your thumb first because it instantly cools and thus it won't stick to you and burn you.
Best thing I've learned, I think, was probably the patching up the canoe, because we put it down as gently as we could, and regardless of the fact that we were careful, we still put a little hole and little indent into it.
I probably have, just about as much experience as somebody who's, living in the city. I mean, like, I know my medicines, and I know like stuff like cedar, but I really am not experienced at all.
I don't know, I think I just have a little bit of experience with canoe tripping and being out in the wilderness. Maybe not everybody has those set of skills, and that's okay. She does want to try things and maybe just needs that little nudge, and yeah, I'm down to do that, and yeah, it'll be good.
Being here and learning new things together, it definitely brings you a lot closer than, just being acquaintances in the city, because we actually have to rely on each other out here. We don't want to argue or anything like that, because that's probably like the worst thing to do. So the best thing we could do is just get along with each other right off the hop and work with each other.
But he uses, sees the trail, he comes up.
As they reflect on the importance of working together, Michela calls everyone to a group meeting so they can better organize their efforts.
And I think that the rest of the crew is definitely in the same mind frame, because it's turned out to be like a really helpful crew. And it's like almost like instantaneous friendship.
Wood and hunting?
Yeah, me and Tim, wood and hunting.
Wood and hunting. I definitely want to do latrine and wood. Well, we're all going to do wood, but...
Michela has definitely taken a leadership role because she's been on many journeys with little kids. So, I mean, when you know how to deal with little kids, I think it's a little easier to deal with the big kids. And no, she's taken she was nice to delegate and hold that meeting and really brought us together as a group.
That's good. Yeah, that's really good. And also, like, you can help with the pitch
Absolutely.
collection.
Feel free to boss me around. I won't tell Michela again, just tell me what to do. Boss me around, I'm fine with it.
We have no control.
I got it. Good horse.
I guess we do need a plan, and it was actually really good that someone actually stepped up to the plate and took that leadership role.
comfortable was your landing?
It was actually really comfy. Thanks to that bed.
Growing closer as friends, the adventurers hope their new fire-making skills and group effort at a new shelter will give them a better night's sleep before they hit the open water tomorrow.
I always love to share these kind of things because there's a lot of people, you know, especially who are Indigenous that just don't, you know, like they're almost kind of like embarrassed of it and they don't, you know, want to learn. They don't want to celebrate those kind of things, but these songs, like they always have like a story behind them, and it's important that we do keep those type of teaching because like it's another thing like our language.
Our mother is the provider, but she challenges. Alone, we cannot carry all the knowledge she has shared. Braided together, we show our strength in unity, enabling us to use all her gifts. Reaching out to others and offering our abilities gives us the chance to light the way forward. If we cannot see a way, can we make one together? Can we turn our knowledge into our children's wisdom?
Udebelitigan Richimandu. Pinanakumago na Nortagizigak. Minegi Melomadisiak. Mininan Mascavizian. Nestaga Centagus win. Mlogonomanan. Nesta Shaweniminan. Anut Nesta Kagige. Hinabuagige Anutitayan. Melomadisiak. Nortagizigak. Nesta Kagige. Mingwes Kichamandu. Mingwes Kichamandu.